right, so we're going to talk about moon phases today. You read the article about the moon, and now we're going to talk about the moon phases. So this is basically just having to, you really just have to memorize this about the moon phases. Let me make sure I have the right. Okay. So go on and get out your, get some paper out so we can do these. I'm trying to find. Well, I have my one out, but I need the other one because it's better. Oh, you know what? Because I don't think. Just joking. Never mind. Okay. Anyway, we'll just go on because. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. JK, I don't have any other notes because I didn't teach this last year because of getting shut down. All right. So the moon. The moon is 239,000 miles away from Earth. Okay. So the Earth revolves around the sun, right, and rotates on its own. Well, the moon revolves around us. And then rotates on its axis. Okay, make sure you're writing these down. Okay. Oh, gosh. Ugh. The moon does not create its own light. All right, all you see is the reflection. So when we see the moon, it's because it's reflecting the sun. All right. And the moon's gravitational pull determines the tides. Or I'll say the ocean tides. So if you don't know what a tide is, which we talked about a little bit at the beginning of the year. Okay. What a tide is the ocean receding and going away and coming back. So if you have, if you go to the beach and you go on the beach and you're at high tide, the ocean is going to be closer to you. But if you go out and it's low tide, the ocean's going to be further away and you'll have more sand to walk on. So when we go to the beach, we go to North Topsail Beach in North Carolina. We've gone a few years, and it is a wonderful beach. It's very quiet. It's not as commercialized, which means it's not as touristy as like Myrtle Beach or Virginia Beach. So anyway, where we go, the beach is very small and it's not very wide. So when it's high tide, everybody is close together because there's not a lot of beach. But then when it's low tide, you have more options on where you can sit, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to talk about the different phases of the moon. So you are going to have to draw your moons. If we were in school, I would give you this little thing to cut out and we would color together. Since we don't, you're going to have to draw. Okay. So we're going to draw 9 moons, and I'm going to try to draw them all on this page. Look ahead and draw them. So I'm going to draw them with a black pen. I'm going to leave enough room so I can label which moon phase it is. Okay. I am going to turn the page and I'm going to write waxing means that the light is getting bigger, is what I like to say. And the light will always, when it's waxing, most of the light will be on the right-hand side. And then when it's waning, light is growing smaller. Don't you love, I don't finish complete thoughts. Right side is light. All right. And then when it is waning, did I just put, I put too many ends in that. It's just supposed to be one end. I put waning. Oh goodness, waning. Waning, the light is growing small. And then the light is on left. Okay. And that'll make more sense in a second. Okay, so you're going to need a yellow crayon, something like that. So the first phase that we have is called the new moon. And this is where the dark side of the moon is visible to us. The moon is not lit up. Okay, so this is the new moon. They call it the new moon because it's when we start the phase over, and we don't see any of the moon. You just don't see the moon because the dark side of the moon is facing us. Okay. Then that is a horrible crescent, but you know, y'all know Miss Connor can't draw, so. Every art teacher right now is just cringing at my art skills. Okay, so this is the waxing crescent. Okay, so I want to also put right here that the 30 days, 30-ish days to complete a cycle. Okay. All right, then we have the first quarter. Okay, so quarter of the moon, half of the moon. Well, I guess it's actually a fourth of the moon's lit up, but to us, it looks like half the moon's lit up. I'm trying to keep it consistent. What is wrong with me? First quarter. And if you're noticing, waxing, first quarter, we know it's the first quarter because the light is on the right when it's growing. Okay. Then we have the waxing gibbous. I really set myself up to fail here with the way I did my moon shapes. Okay. Okay. So the light is still on the right. No, it's not. Every year I do that. Every year I mess that up. Okay. Guys, I'm not going to go back and fix this. So just bear with me for a moment. I'm not editing my video to get my mistake out of here. I do not have time for that. So, all right. Make sure that you don't do what I just did. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? All right. Just hold on. Bear with me. So that is not right. So hold on a second. I would pause the video, but I'm not going to. By the time I pause it, I'll be done. So when you don't have light out, you have to improvise, right? All right. Boy. All right. Let's see. Let's match it up for my OCD's sake here. There we go. You can't even tell. Can't even tell. See, at least I make my moon look better. Okay, let's try this again. So the light's on the right. I'm going to tell you guys, though, every year I do that. I don't know what it is about the waxing gibbous, but I always mess up. Okay, so you can't even tell. And if I would have edited my video, you would have never known. But Miss Connor is not going to do that. All right, so the light's on the right, and this is a waxing gibbous, okay? All right. Then we have the full moon. Okay. Everything's lit up. And some moons, bigger than other times. But it's still a full moon, no matter how big it might be. But then I'm using my hands, like you got. I didn't turn my video on, but I'm using my hands. Now, it's going to start to shift once it's the full moon. Then a sliver of one side of the moon we're going to start to see the dark side. Okay, still a gibbous. So gibbous just can stand for 3/4 of the moon being shown, but it's waxing when it's the beginning, and then waning gibbous because it's growing smaller. It's waning. Okay, so this is waning gibbous, and the gibbuses are right beside the full moon. It's a gibbous moon. It's either waxing, growing bigger, or waning, growing smaller. Okay, almost there. Then we have the last quarter. The light is going to be on the left when it's going away, leaving. The light is leaving. Find the color quickly so you don't have to watch my color. All right, so this is last quarter. The light is leaving, so it's on the left. Then we have, let's make sure I was doing this right. We have our waning crescent. So the yellow, is the light, right? Just make sure. And then again, at the end, we have the new moon. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So, I know that was a lot. The light, when it's on the right, it's started. Okay. It's the beginning of the phase. When it is on the left, it is leaving. It's saying goodbye, everyone. I'll be back soon. All right. All right. Please make sure you have copied those down. And then after this, you have a Google slide, but it's just worksheet. It's a worksheet. Well, there's two. So make sure that you use your notes to complete it. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll talk about this again on Thursday. Goodbye.